Jen McNew. Am I saying it right?
Jennifer Nandu, great to be with you.
Okay, awesome. Sorry. Jennifer, so glad to have you with us this morning. Thank you. We are going to be talking about the 30th anniversary of the Family Leave Act. And first of all, let's talk a little bit about yourself and how you got involved with this. Give us your background, Jennifer.
Sure, I'm Jennifer Nandu, and right now I direct a team at RWJF that cares about healthy children and families. So we support efforts across this nation that are about ensuring that families have all the resources that they need to raise healthy and thriving children.
Right. And explain, okay, the Family Leave Act, 30th anniversary. It's been around 30 years. And does it apply to everyone, or does everyone, like, maybe some of our listeners are like, what is that? Or does everyone know about this?
Well, I bet there's a lot of listeners who have maybe not even heard of the Family and Medical Leave Act, or if they have, don't know that it is designed to serve them. It's legislation and actually law that requires some employers to provide up to 12 weeks of job-protected unpaid leave for certain workers. And while it was groundbreaking 30 years ago, too little has been done to build on the Family Medical Leave Act's protections.
Have some of the the rights been taken away, or you just feel like there hasn't been enough added to it since it's 30 years old?
Well, there's a lot of workers and families that it leaves out. Most of the time, if you are not considered a family, you need, for instance, you're a foster family, or you need to care for a family with a serious health condition, your own health condition. There are lots of details and ins and outs that mean that you might not be able to gain the protections of FMLA. And so what this country really needs is a more comprehensive leave act that really looks at the circumstances of workers of today. We're only one of 6 countries and the only wealthy country in the world who doesn't have a guaranteed paid leave policy that supports all of its workers. And so it's really important for the health of children, for the health of families, for the ability of caregivers to be able to support themselves, to have access to this critical benefit.
Right. And so when this was designed 30 years ago, like who usually did this apply to? Who was this kind of made for, I guess?
Well, paid leave benefits in the United States are largely determined by things like your income status, your gender, your race, and ethnicity. So to give an example, it's hard to access the benefit of unpaid leave that the Family and Medical Leave Act provides if you're not a full-time worker, if you only hit a certain benchmark of hours per week. And for lots of low-income workers, that means actually making a choice between whether or not you actually get the resources on the table and needing to take care of some other critical need in your family household. So the fact is that too many people are left out of the benefits of this, and we really need to redesign and think about a new paid leave policy that actually invests in the health of workers across this nation.
Right, and I think that when they do act and go to use the FMLA, then sometimes they have to prove this, or sometimes do they get denied, or how does that work?
Well, there's technically a right in this nation for everyone to access paid leave for up to unpaid leave for up to 12 weeks across this nation. So, the first barrier is the decision point that you have to make as to whether or not you can afford to take unpaid leave off. But in the circumstances where that may not be a barrier, you're absolutely right You can be saddled with bureaucracy, or you might not work for an employer who has access or is covered under this act because that employer is either too small or for some reason doesn't fit the circumstances in which they need to provide it per law. But just to give you a sense of how broadly this affects people, about 100 million people in this country, which is about 80% of the workers in this country, do not have paid time off after a birth or adoption, if they need to care for a parent, a spouse, a sick child, or other family members with a serious medical condition.
Wow. Well,
yeah.
I read something,
right.
And it said that the U.S. is the only country that doesn't have a paid maternity leave. Is that correct?
We are one of 6 countries that has no paid leave policy, and the only wealthy country in the world.
Okay, so
and so, as a nation of abundance, we know we have the resources to ensure that moms can raise healthy, thriving children, that caregivers and households can exit the workforce temporarily, and take the time that they need, either for their health or for others' health. And so it's deeply important that we think about how vital this is. We know there's so many benefits to having a paid leave benefit in this nation. It helps people get back to work much more quickly than if they don't have that time. It actually should. We know that studies and research show that taking time off to care for your own medical conditions is related to having a better outcome at the end of the day. We know that paid leave improves the physical and mental health of new mothers, and that impact is actually more, seen even more for those who are facing some type of disadvantage in their community because they might be low income. And so there's just no reason as a nation that has such wealth and abundance that we shouldn't follow our own path to a more comprehensive policy.
What can we do as viewers to help you, to get something in place to better suit the citizens of the U.S.?
Well, I think at the end of the day, what we're fighting for is a comprehensive paid leave policy, and that looks like really thinking about a plan that includes at least 12 weeks of paid leave with full job protection, and would love to see 24 weeks as possible, because that really speaks to allowing workers to take time off if they're pregnant, after the birth of or adoption of a child, or when a family needs care. I think we need to help those who are fighting for these decisions really see why this is important. First, making sure that people can see all the families that exist in this country, that we are including folks like we're including folks who need to take care of a child or a parent of a spouse sometimes, grandparents, grandchildren, and siblings, because there's many people who are taking care of children across this country, that we make paid leave more portable, like Social Security. Instead of meaning that paid leave in this country is attached to where you work, and often then, because you work at a place that can't provide it to you, you don't get it, that it should be portable. And that if you are working and you need time off, there's a centralized way to actually think about accessing it. that we have the most comprehensive coverage, either 12 weeks or ideally 24 weeks, where people can really gain the benefits of health, and that we have the ability to sort of replace wages, ensuring that those with the lowest wages get the maximized replacement of their income, and that it's much more like a sliding scale of benefits. Finally, it's deeply important that we think about the protection and anybody participating in a full leave, a paid leave programming, having full protection to come back to their jobs. So what I would say for listeners is that just think about how you can raise awareness about how important this is in your lives. Think about a moment where paid leave afforded you rest, afforded you the ability to heal, afforded you the ability to make sure that the rest of your family was healthy, and get engaged in telling your story to the different people around your community that are making decisions about these policies across the country.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you bringing this to our attention, and congratulations on the 30th anniversary. We just hope it continues going further and even goes more, I guess, broad and allows more people to take advantage of this and to utilize this.
Thank you for your time and your attention, bringing so much attention to this issue. We really appreciate it.
You're sure welcome. Have a great day. Thank you.
Take care.
You too. Bye-bye. All right, and I wonder if there's some...
So this is super cool that you had her on today, because
yes.
I had read a story. That's why I was questioning it, just to verify that the story that I had read was correct. And the story did state, and I don't know if it was on my feed because it's the 30th anniversary or what, but right prior to the show, it was saying that the U.S. is one of 6 countries that does not offer a paid leave of absence. You know, some countries you get a year when you have a baby. You get a year off.
Can you
paid.
imagine?
Can you imagine that? Like, my heavens! I went back to work 2 weeks after I had Noah.
Yeah. Oh, I was absolutely
We
did I did the walk in the field, deliver a baby, and
keep on walking. Absolutely. Like, I couldn't imagine getting to stay home with my baby for a year.
No.
And you know what? I may not ever get to enjoy that,
right.
But I do hope that they get it worked out. Even 12 weeks.
Do you think? Let's be
How amazing.
Let's flip the coin over though.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like they're afraid? And I guess we should have talked with her more, but I feel like she needed to go because she's doing other interviews on this 30th anniversary. So, do you feel though that it's got to be monitored? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Do you feel like
Absolutely.
See, that's what. Okay, do you feel like the concern is if they did this,
people would take advantage?
Okay, and
yes,
then let's say you see what I'm saying. So let's say that they started that policy of like. Don't get me wrong. I'm not an expert in this, and I don't even play one here on the radio on this stuff. But let's say that they did do the year. Let's say they did a year. I'm just going to use this because this is what we're talking about. Let's say they gave a mom a year to be off with the baby, which I think would be gold.
Absolutely.
I love being with my baby. But I think, on the other hand, then, if they start that presence, then it would be harder to take that away.
Absolutely.
Once you start something, right?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And then, also, and let's say...
I think that transition would be really hard if they've been home with mom for
a year. Yeah.
So I see the flip side of...
I'm just saying, do you feel like on the other defense, you know, because we're hearing from her side about how important it is, and I'm not taking away from that.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying on the other side, if you start something, it could get, and to make sure that it's not taken advantage of.
Absolutely.
And that's the thing that I think a lot of great programs are, well, you know, just like we talked about this, the internet. It can be such a great tool.
Absolutely.
It can be so fantastic, but it also can be such a horrible tool. So like anything, I think to have that nice moderate balance, you know what I mean? because I think if you started something into policy, it'd be harder to take it away, and then also you would have some of those that might take advantage.
Absolutely. No, I completely agree.
So that's where I think that it would be a very difficult decision.
I'm going to have to look up, because I'm positive there's some studies from other countries of how they monitor theirs, and
yeah, they would have to have some kind of like a monitoring system or something, you know. I don't know. Maybe we're just workers here.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
You know, right? I don't know. I don't know.
But even you know, you lost your mother to cancer. I lost my father to cancer.
Yeah.
You know, and I was with my dad every second that I wasn't working.
Mm-hmm.
And had I had the option to take, you know, 2-3 weeks paid leave off with him, I absolutely would have done it, and I'm sure you would have done the same for your mom.
Never regret it. Yeah.
So, you know, but that wasn't an option. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, I had never heard of the FMLA until just like a few years ago. I mean, just like recently. And
we've always had it at the nursing homes.
Okay.
A lot of people don't use it because it's not. I think you only get like a percentage of your paycheck, and you know most people can't afford that.
No, and that's another thing too. With this day and age, it takes two people.
Absolutely, it does.
You know what I mean? 3 or 4 if you have that.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes everybody, you know, working.
Absolutely.
And I'm just like, and it's hard because finances, and especially if you're taking care of someone, that can be horribly. I mean, that can be a lot of heavy load to carry. Trying to do finances and, you know, your loved one.
Absolutely.
So that's just one more thing to add, one more layer there. And I just think it's, well, onward ho, 30th anniversary. If you asked me on a game show that because I just found out about it a year or two ago, I would have never dreamed 30 years that has been around.
I knew it had been a long time, but I didn't realize.
I just didn't.
And it makes sense now why that story popped up.
Yeah,
I read this story.
Yeah.
There we go.
You were doing your homework for Property Club.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Didn't even know it.
Well, I have to tread lightly because I don't know much about it, but sounds like I don't know, you know what I mean?
Certain companies have it, or certain businesses, companies, you know, some can't afford to have it.
I mean, some of these,
like, you have to pay for that. It's like an insurance.
Oh, you have to pay for it? Like
well,
the
company does.
The company
yeah.
pays for it.
So
would it be better than to just pay the person directly if we were going to do that? Right?
I don't think so.
You wouldn't think
because it would probably be, you know, they have to go through like an application process to get approved for FMLA, and that's all an outside source through the company that the company you work for pays, you know. But I mean, I think it would be something that would probably be took advantage of.
Yeah, that's
that's why I think they outsource it.
Yeah,
so it's not, you know.
Yeah. But I think too, though, that you know, I'm sure that these companies have been taken advantage of before. So I'm sure that's where your pushback, the resistance of not going on any further with it.
Absolutely.
Because you have to know how to monitor, and probably finding the way to monitor it maybe has not been real successful, or there's been, you know, gaps. It's hard sometimes to make decisions like that.
Absolutely.
You know? So, very interesting though.
Yeah.
And for those maybe that this is the first time you've ever heard of it, you know.
Absolutely. There's all kinds of good stories out today. Go read them.
Okay. All right. What else are we talking about today? I know February's like a big month for all kinds of stuff. Like, we have the big game. That's Super Bowl coming up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
WSLM's birthday.
WSLM's birthday. We have a big award show. Is it the Tonys or is it a big award? I can't remember which one it is. A big award show coming up.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of. This is Fashion Week in New York. A lot of fashion. They Madonna's daughter got to one of the places, and I guess they shut the doors at 6 o'clock, and it was like 3 or 4 minutes till 6, and they closed the doors and they wouldn't let her in, and but the security guys, it's kind of awesome because everybody was screaming, "This is Madonna's daughter, you know, you gotta let her in," but they were like, "We're doing our job," you know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
and our rules were when this door is like, it's just like a movie, or like if you go to a big theater, when the doors are shut,
absolutely,
they're not going to open.
It's done. Yeah.
We learned that on Spider-Man. Remember when they mentioned Mary Jane? Because he didn't get in on time.
Get there on time.
You gotta be on time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I'm preaching to the choir here, because you know me. I mean,
Becky's rolling it on 2 wheels.
I'd be Madonna's daughter on the stairs going, please let me in, please. I'll be real quiet.
I got ready.
Yeah, I got ready.
I
didn't. I took a shower. I shaved my legs. You have to let me in. We got a big moment here. I shaved my legs.
Oh, I can see it, Becky.
Oh, would I ever? Woo. Those security guys, they weren't budging though. They weren't having it. You know what I mean? They were not. They were all about it. They were big security guys. They're like, they ain't gonna mess with you. You ain't doing it. We know. They knew the assignment and they stayed to it.
Absolutely.
So you do have to give a lot of respect to them.
Well, sure.
Yeah. So, and the paparazzi was, because I can't remember. Well, I'm not going to say the designer, okay? Because I'm not going to do that. But anyway, they were like, well, we're gonna the $10,000 that we were gonna spend with them, we're not doing. You know, they were saying that, they were joking. You know what I mean? They weren't really gonna spend $10,000.
Well,
yeah, but they were like the $10,000 that we're spending with, and they were saying the company, we're not doing that now, because you're not letting. The paparazzi was trying to get her in. You know what I mean? And it wasn't gonna happen. Didn't happen. But anyway, there you go. That's
oh my goodness.
kind of crazy. Crazy. All right, Laura. So next week we're going to warm up a little bit. I like this, don't you?
I am loving it.
I know. Are we going to get a little spoiled? We could get. I'm ready to be spoiled. Aren't you?
Absolutely. I've been wearing my flip flops in the house just to get prepared.
Yeah. You don't want your feet to remember. This is what we like. This is what was going to happen.
This is what we need.
Because I don't know yesterday, and I don't know what happened, but yesterday I could not get warm.
No.
I mean, my hand. If I shook a hand, it was a frozen hand,
absolutely.
and I like to show that I do have blood running through.
Absolutely.
I was doing my
cold hands, warm heart.
Oh, look at you! I was very much so. I was like trying to, like moving my hands, like trying to get them those, and they would not.
You needed some gloves.
Well, yeah, I know, and I have them. I don't know where.
My feet were frigid yesterday, all day.
Remember, there's no boot that won't keep them. Yeah. It's just
the pups warmed them up.
Oh, there you go. My Great Dane sits on my feet.
Absolutely.
And yours too.
Oh,
yeah.
It's the only way they get warm.
Warm their feet.
Absolutely. They know the assignment.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Always.
Well, so there's a lot going on in February, and it's going to be exciting. And then, let's see here, wait. There was, actually, the Super Bowl was 2 days before Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Crazy to think of that.
Sure.
I know. Who are you guys going in for?
I have no idea. My crew hasn't told me yet.
Okay.
I'm sure.
Really, there wasn't a big dog in the fight, I don't know. You know what I mean, right?
No, they really wanted the Bengals.
Yeah. Well,
out of the 4 teams,
I think a lot of people wanted them around this area because it's like a local team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
no. I don't know.
So Rihanna's going to be, that's who I'm rooting for, the halftime show.
If I make it to halftime.
Well, and then remember, Eminem has changed now. They're not using the characters. Yeah, they've changed because they politically couldn't get it right. Remember the green M&M? She had those cute little heels, which I loved. Well, they felt like that was too whatever, so they put tennis shoes on her. And then I'm trying to remember. Then somebody else they changed because they didn't know if that was appropriate the way they were dressed or whatever. So they just pulled all the M&Ms, which peanut M&Ms are my thing. And so, but they say they're going to have a commercial, but it's going to not use the characters.
Oh. So, well, that will be different.
I know. Now, I've been watching, of course, one of my favorites, the Budweiser ones, with the horses and the dogs.
Yeah.
I've been going back and watching those.
I was watching Super Bowl commercials. I had an assignment for school to do on Super Bowl commercials and what type of policies that they are.
Oh, wait, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Let me help you. I love to do this.
So
what did you do? What was your thing? What did you come up with?
Well, I ended up using an Old Navy commercial.
Wow.
Because it had like the bandwagon policy. It was pretty simple to explain. The kids come up and the little boy in the car is saying, Mom, I want to look like them. I want those kind of clothes. And he's dressed all in a suit and everything. And she rolls down the window and starts yelling, Kids, where did you get your clothes? And they say Old Navy and they're on sale. And on. She says, we're going to be late. Let's go to Old Navy. And she flies out of the drop-off line to head to Old Navy. So it was an easy assignment, and that commercial worked out well. But I watched hours and hours of commercials to finally be able to decide, and I got stuck on the Budweiser commercials with horses, and I'm like, I don't think I can do a Budweiser commercial for a school project. That could look a little bad. So.
Well, then you bring samples in, and then you get an A, okay?
Yeah. I don't know that she would allow that.
Yeah, I know. Did you see where that guy, he won all of that, the Budweiser, he won, I don't know what kind of contest he did, but he won all of this beer for a year. Really? That's funny to say, beer for a year.
Beer for a year.
That almost rhymes. Beer for a year, and they brought it to him, and like the horses all came, and like on this huge wagon. Can you imagine, like, if you were like in a neighborhood, and all of a sudden, the Budweiser horses.
I bet he has all kinds of friends. His neighbors are probably his best of friends.
Yeah, I get to go to the stables and see them, and I tell you right now, they have got it made. You talk about a good gig. If you ever want, if you're a horse, you want to be a Budweiser horse. Yeah.
That's awesome.
They are just, it's so nice. You talk about nice, and yeah. They their meals are, they don't have to cook, they don't even have to clean up after themselves.
They
can do all the messes they want, they don't have to clean up after themselves, right? Yeah. They don't have to worry about emails, they don't have to...
We have not been living right now.
I'm telling you, they've got a good gig going. I wouldn't mind it. And they're so, it's just, I don't know, it's just such a, like, they're just so classy. Yeah. You know what I mean? They're just so classy. Everything's so classy. But anyway, I love those commercials, and I can't wait to see what other commercials. Of course, Doritos
they
always do a good commercial.
Yeah.
These are ones we really, that's high pressure for them.
Absolutely.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because they got to do something that's not been done before, something that we're not like, wah. You know what I mean? They've got a lot of pressure on them.
Absolutely. One of the girls did Duncan. America Runs on Duncan.
Oh my gosh.
So that was a good one too.
I bet. Yeah. Have you had their blueberry crisp drink?
Yeah.
Have you had that?
Absolutely.
I'm telling you right now, that tells you God loves you.
Absolutely.
I mean, when you take a big sip of that, that is so good. It's.
They make that in K-cups.
I did not know that.
Oh
yes, they do. I did not know that. And then they also have those little munchies.
Oh, those little bites.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You just pop them in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now you got me thinking about all this stuff. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness, yeah. It's amazing.
Really
it just shows what commercials do to you,
See?
right? Yeah.
Which ones stick with you?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm over here. I'm stuck with them. Yeah,
absolutely.
Sounds good. Yeah. Well, it's fun. So I'm anxious to see what all the commercials are, and of course the halftime show.
Absolutely.
And that's another pressure too. If I was her, I mean, like. There's so many ways to play this. There's so many things. Are you going to come in through the roof? Are you going to come up from the stage? Are you going to come up, just a walk? It's just like so many ways, you know what I mean, that you can do this. Right? Right? Yeah.
I'm anxious to see.
Yeah, me too. No pressure.
No.
And then I was trying to think of, you could stand under my umbrella. That's what her. I wonder if she'll do some of the old, right?
See, and I wonder if she'll do like some sort of rain or something.
Would that not be so cool?
Or like a backdrop, maybe of rain.
Like almost like a singing in the rain. Wouldn't that be cool?
That's where I feel like she's going to
I was trying to think how that goes. When the sun shines together. And then like have sunshine come out. Oh. Yeah.
I think
what about somebody in a bodysuit, in a sunshine suit?
Oh man! I mean, it could happen. It's the Super Bowl,
I
know.
I'm thinking about a yellow. It better be a thick bodysuit.
Yeah. No Dana Jackson's this year.
No. Yeah. But I'm thinking about that, right? Someone could come out in the sun in a bodysuit.
I don't know. I feel like she'll go somewhere with that song.
I hope so. You could stand under my umbrella. Yeah, and dancing with an umbrella.
Absolutely.
How much fun.
It would be cute.
You know what I mean? All the cute things you could do, and your dancers around. That's what I would love. I would love, I think, to be a backup dancer, just be one of those and learn all
She
those.
could come in, like, holding an umbrella.
That'd be a Mary Poppins move, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Would that be?
I don't know. We've been talking about how we think the halftime is going to go, and I really think that would be cool.
Supercalifragilistic.
Oh,
coming down. I was thinking, Mary Poppins. A spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. Well, you got Mary Poppins in my mind now.
If she went that route, she would get booed out of that stadium. Just saying.
Oh, they might take a moment of what?
What just happened?
What's
this
going
is
on
Rihanna.
here? Yeah, no, she ain't gonna be doing that. She's gonna have it together. But I'm just thinking, is it like when you first accept doing it? I mean, my mind, I would go a million places.
Absolutely.
Of the ways I would want to play this. What would I do? You know what I mean? And then I could see, then I would do that, and then like a week later, I would change it.
Mm-hmm.
She's had time to work on it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You have all this time to work on it, and then I would hope that, and then you'd want to run it by somebody, but you have to be careful.
Absolutely.
Because that person, is it going to leak? Because you don't want it to leak. Right?
I'm sure they have a whole team that's.
It's not going to leak. But
came
can
up
you
with
imagine
this
holding
whole concept.
Think if you were holding that information. I know, Laura, there'd be a leakage.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I couldn't. No. I have been, trying to figure out how she's going to do it anyways. And
Laura,
I just told the whole radio world that what I think she should do. That's not what she's going to do. That's what I want her to do.
Right. And I want her just to show up with an umbrella. I don't care. I don't care where she comes. Just pop on. I don't care.
I do. I think the rain would be cool.
No, the rain would be awesome.
I don't know.
And they could do that. There's nothing
absolutely.
they can't do. I mean, you ask it and they're going to make it. You know what I mean? You ask and they will succeed.
Absolutely.
But I think that, it would be hard to be on her team and know all this. And not because you want to sabotage her. You just want to, you're excited about it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And you want to share it. Like, oh my goodness, she's going to be so cool. It's going to be fantastic.
It's going to be good.
It's going to be good. All right, so
Yep.
there we go. Okay, so we've talked about that, and that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm there for, okay? And the food.
Absolutely.
I still haven't got my menu. Do you know yet? Well, you don't. I don't know yet. There's so many ways. That's another, I talk about pressure. So many ways to play this. Yeah. And they keep, and I keep seeing all these recipes.
Oh, yeah.
And then it fogs me because I don't know, I want to do this, I want to do that. Oh, that's so cool. I want to do this, I want to do that, And then I seen the lady, she took like different pots or different pans, and she created like a football, like a field, and it was so cool, like her charcuterie board. But she did it was really cool, like a goalpost and stuff, and all of that, and a lot of time and effort, but it was so cool. Yeah, there's so many ways to play this. Okay, so here's what happens to your health when you work more than 40 hours a week.
Okay, let's hear it.
All right, here we go. It's Friday. Hopefully you didn't work too long and hard this week because there's some serious effects on your health, okay? Number one, your risk of having a stroke or heart attack goes up.
Oh.
Okay. According to a 2021 study by the World Health Organization, working more than 55 hours per week was associated with a 35% higher risk stroke, 17% higher risk of dying from heart disease compared with working only 35 to 40 hours a week.
So that was done in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
That was hardcore middle COVID.
Yeah.
Who didn't work more than
I was going to say, everybody was
hours.
Yeah, if you were standing and you didn't have COVID,
absolutely,
you were covering.
You were working.
Yeah, exactly.
And working.
Yeah.
So I don't know how accurate that study would be.
Okay. All right. Number two, your risk of getting injured on the job goes up. A study, because you get sloppy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
A study found working at least 12 hours per day was associated with a 37% increased hazard rate, so much more likely to hurt yourself if you work a super long day.
I can see that, yeah.
I definitely can.
Yep, that one I can see.
Yeah. Number three, your mental health worsens. A 2020, this is back in 2020 study, found that longer hours were connected with higher levels of stress, depression, and even suicidal.
I can see that. 100%.
Your mental health.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. That's why, like they say...
In 2020.
I know, that was...
Go back to that.
Yeah,
too.
go back that.
I mean,
That was that's a hard time to do
all
with
of
studying.
these
Yeah.
studies are going to be a little skewed.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I still agree with it, even if they did the study today.
and that's why they say get up from your desk.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, get out, go either try to take a walk, or just go to your car, just, maybe take a drive, whatever. Just get out for a little bit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. Number 4, your sleep and work also, your sleep and work suffer. Multiple studies have found that when you get less than 6 hours of sleep at night, you get more distracted, anxious, and irritable.
I can agree with that.
Oh, no one gets irritable, Ro. And become more impulsive, taking bigger risk, and anyway. Oh, I don't know anybody that's irritable.
Oh. Do you just leave everyone asleep at your house 24/7?
Yeah, y'all just sleep in. Those bears. I leave the bears asleep.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I've okay, I've tried to make my girls morning larks like I am. I'm a morning lark, I mean. Yeah, and I'm a lot of a morning, okay? So, and I know that. But it's hard to dial back because it's like, let's start the day going. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? So, let's get kicking. Let's do this.
I mean, even my dogs are that way.
Oh.
They are ready to roll.
My dang
Sounds
is
like
just...
the house is coming down.
Oh, absolutely.
Step out of the bed.
Yeah,
It's
totally.
like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, the boys are constantly, Mom, those dogs. I'm like, they're just energetic. They're enjoying their morning. Let them
It's
be.
morning, yeah.
Absolutely.
Right. It's go time.
I have one that loves mornings and one that hates mornings.
Well, now the bulldog, I promise, okay, she wakes up and her tongue is like, okay, it's stuck out.
Oh, yeah.
And she can't she can't retract it. It doesn't retract that fast. So it's a slow wake up.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And she is not about it, okay? So she's like, she's like that, not about it, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And Dano is ready, Zeus is ready to, let's get this going.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And the bulldog's tongue.
Our bulldog, we have the
Yeah.
American bully, and some days she'll just put her head back under the blanket, like, nope, not today.
No, not today.
But now I have 3 that just, they love their mornings.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Willow, she picks and chooses. Some
Yeah.
days she'll put her head right back under the blanket, and you don't see her for hours.
Usually until the tongue goes back in. I know that just let her.
Let her be.
It's almost like my morning coffee. Like, let me have that morning coffee. You know what I mean? And it's almost like you got to give her that time to get the tongue back in because it's like out there.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
No, it's not going to be rolled back in for a while. Okay, so make sure you get sleep though. And that's something we talked about this. Actually, it was this week. I think we talked about it. I don't remember which day it was. About a lot of times we don't allow ourselves to get that rest. We do go full throttle, and I'm as guilty. I'm not saying that I'm got it down, but and a lot of times when we do just sit down to rest, we don't allow ourselves to do that. Exactly. I don't remember but anyway, I think it's a good food for thought. You know what I mean? It's a nice idea. Absolutely. And maybe needs to be utilized. Okay. Stop being good at your job. Okay, hang on. What happens when you work more than 40 hours a week? It says
you stop being good at your
job. Here, a 5-year study found of 5,000 employees and managers across several different industries found that working 30 to 50 hours a week can improve someone's performance. So I guess the less hours, you might be more productive than if you work the 60-hour a week or whatever.
I can see that because you have to get it done in that time frame.
Yeah. But if they work more than 50 hours, their job performance starts to go down, and if they work more than 65 hours a week, their performance sharply drops. I can see that. That makes sense. Okay. So, if you have to work and you got to work all the hours, just try to do. There's some things you can't control.
Absolutely.
But try to do what you can do. Maybe to step out, of the office, just get some fresh air, get some, get away from it for a moment, and then go back. You feel that, yeah. Okay, so this is funny. Okay, signs of intelligence that don't actually mean you are smart.
Oh, lands.
Okay, signs of intelligence that don't actually mean you're smart.
All right, let's do it.
There's a forum online where people are talking about things that people think are a sign of intelligence, but actually they're not. And so, for those, okay, number one, disagreeing with everything is as lazy as believing in everything. So, like, for those that have you ever been around somebody that, like, always, if you say left, they say right?
Absolutely.
That's not a sign. I mean, some people might think that's intelligence, but it's not. It's actually doesn't mean that.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Number two, having a good memory. Or knowing a lot of trivia.
Some people just memorize those things. It doesn't mean that they
are actually smart. Mm-hmm. Fast talking.
Oh, yeah. I think that's just a trick of the trade.
Yeah.
Because once you, like, catch on to what they're getting at, it's like, that doesn't even make sense,
What do you say? Yeah. I've become a fast talker just to get a word in.
And why,
Yeah, at our house, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Having 6 daughters.
The kids will show me stuff on TikTok, and they're talking so fast to try to get it in the 3 minutes. It's like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Nope.
Slow it down.
Yeah.
Slow it down.
Nope.
Let's see, like, just saying, like, just because you know a couple of fancy words doesn't mean you're intelligent. And if you're using those fancy words, you better be using them appropriately. That's what I've heard. I've seen people, like, do big words, you know what I mean? And then they're not used in the right, in the right.
Me and the kids used to do that just for fun. We would find some just random fancy word and try to just throw it out there.
And it was.
They would just laugh about it because we knew.
It didn't fit.
Yeah. No.
Having a YouTube channel, it doesn't mean you are an authority on a subject.
Now, anybody could have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, exactly.
Nope.
Number 6, education, good grades, or advanced degrees are not automatically a reflection of your intelligence. Well, but then I think, too, that, okay, so let's say...
There's some people with degrees, and I think, how did they get that?
Well, but then some of them, though, I mean, they've had to really work hard to get that, And
yeah, but then when you talk with them and they don't, it doesn't make sense how they don't agree with how they talk.
Okay.
I see both sides of that one.
Yeah, number 7, wearing glasses.
Oh.
I don't think that being old, signs of intelligence that actually don't mean you're smart. So
I always say that's wisdom.
There you go. I like that better. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, well, those are just very interesting for sure. We have not done the today yet. We're on to the 3rd day of February. Isn't that crazy? I don't know. January, where did it go?
I don't know where February's going. It's like flying right on by.
I know. American Painter's Day. For those, I do like to paint. Do you?
I'm left-handed, so I don't get to paint. I'm terrible at it.
We need to do like an outing, and we need to go paint. I don't get to paint. You should be able to paint.
It's terrible.
I just think it's okay. Yeah. Well, I don't paint very often because it takes time and cleanup, and nobody. My paintings don't sell. Nobody buys my paintings. Okay.
Well,
I know.
That's not very kind.
Oh, this is Bubblegum Day. Okay, I just want to say, I'm there's some things that you just, you're pretty good at. You kind of brag a little bit. I can do a really good bubble.
What's your favorite kind of gum?
Oh, well, I don't do it anymore. But what was the big?
The Big League.
Yeah, the Big League and the big Bubblicious and all that. You remember all the different flavors and stuff. I don't chew those because I do now like the plain. Okay, there's a difference between bubble gum and then chewing gum. Yes. Okay, but I am able. So this is a little fun fact about me. I can take my chewing gum and I can blow a bubble, which. That's a little bit impressive because with chewing gum you only have one stick, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
And the stick is not, you're not going to have that big amount to make that bubble. Right, the big glob to make it. I mean, there's an art to this, okay?
There is.
And then you have to really work it to get that bubble,
Absolutely.
okay? But if you have the bubble gum.
Oh yeah.
Then that was a. And then when the bubble would pop, it'd be all over your
Oh,
face.
my lands. The kids used to get it in their eyebrows and
Yeah.
everything else. I'm like, holy
best
crap.
days ever. Oh, what great days.
True.
Beautiful days. Big wad of gum. Now I have trouble since I stopped chewing gum when we started wearing all the masks. I mean, because I don't know why, for some reason, mask and gum and me.
Oh, I felt like it just rubbed it made it rub your ear worse.
It just didn't work very well.
Yep.
Well, so now I'm back, baby, and I have to be careful because I chew my gum like a dog.
Yes.
And like I enjoy it. And then I have been told so many times, "Are you enjoying that gum?"
Oh no.
Becky, calm down on that. Yeah, I know. And it's like, oh, I realize. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it would be.
Well, you get it going and you just get chopping and you're just like, okay.
Think about it. Whoops.
What about you? Do you chew gum?
Yeah, oh yeah. Big Red's usually my favorite.
That's what I love. The cinnamon. Cinnamon Big Red is my favorite. Yeah. Well, my dad always did dentine, so I was raised always on a cinnamon gum. That's like that's a banner day when I came. But they're kind of hard to find.
They are.
It's very hard to find. So like a lot of times I'll do like the Winter Fresh or whatever, something like that.
Double mint,
whatever. Yeah, something like that.
Juicy fruit every once in a while.
Do you do juicy fruit? I haven't had juicy fruit for years.
The kids like the ice.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't know what it is, but
I don't know the ice. Yeah.
ice.
But like your Bubblicious and whatever. I'm trying to think of all the different big bubble ones.
Yeah,
So
Big League.
Big League.
Big League's the one that I think of. Remember the
Big
one?
League's kind of hard to find.
Yeah, it is. It is.
When I do the caravan, I would try to get those.
Yeah.
They're kind of hard to use.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to find.
Do you remember like the little? It used to come in a little tin can, and it was Band-Aid, some kind of Band-Aid gum.
I think I do. Man, that's a blast from the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the zebra gum.
Oh,
I remember the zebra gum. Yeah.
That was always a big. That was a cool commercial.
Oh yeah.
Now, what about the? I'm going off the subject a little bit, but remember when the wax? They were like bottles.
Oh yes, and you drink your juice, and then you chew on the wax. Yes. Yep.
Yeah, those are kind of a blast. I think in Tennessee they have like an old-fashioned candy store, and I found some of those there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's something you just don't see there.
Like the Smartie suckers. Remember those?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Those are like good stuff. Yeah. But gum, so today is bubble gum day. Bubble gum. I do hate stepping in it.
You and me both. And sitting in it. I have sat on it before.
I've had that before.
So disgusting.
Like you're like going somewhere important and all of a sudden you have gum stuff. Well, listen to what I did. So this happened at church. So Greg and I are sitting there, okay? And I had and the girls, everybody, for us at church was like, I had to do like, the mom stare, like, to make sure
together,
that, to be quiet, because, you're bringing 6 kids. That mom stare. So this is, but here I am, like, I'm authority over them, but listen to what I do. So I need somebody to have the authority completely over me. So I'm chewing my gum. Okay, well, I have to go sing. Okay, so I was going to go sing. So I take my gum and I put it on Greg's leg. He just got a new pair of pants, okay? So why? Okay, so you have to think, was I thinking that I'm going to eat this gum when I get back? Well, I mean, why did I not take the gum and throw it away, right?
Yeah,
Question.
why?
Yeah, because I was raised, my mom always said, don't you ever go up on stage or go anywhere with gum in your mouth.
Yeah.
I mean, my mom was a big stickler on that. So I took the gum and put it on his leg. Brand new pair of khaki pants, okay? And there sits my gum, okay? Well, I come back, okay, and there sits the gum, and I go to pull it, and it's stuck in his leg. I know. I felt horrible. It was so bad. Yeah. Of course, you take ice.
Oh, yeah.
You have to let it set. You tried it. Yeah, so I felt really bad. Yeah, note to self. Throw the gum away.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Put it on.
And, I don't know why I didn't think I couldn't just get another piece. But why I thought, I would save that gum and come back. But the whole time I'm saying that gum sat there on his leg. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Is that not, that was.
That man loves you, really.
That right there, above and beyond, yeah. Sitting there, That guy's sitting on his leg. I mean, that's. I mean, look at it. It's almost very rude on my end. I mean, how gross. I mean, really. No, I mean, right?
Yeah.
No, I mean, but I didn't think of it that way. I did.
That's great.
Dear diary, I am so bad on what I did today. I'm so sorry. Oh, this is doggy date night. Hanging out with your dog. Oh, every night's doggy date night.
Absolutely.
Every night's doggy date night, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I always have a
Oh.
dog either sitting
Well,
beside me. Like
And your
on the
husband
feet.
told the secret that they know you've got treats.
Absolutely.
They know when.
Absolutely, they know.
We're
They're
gonna
all
hang
my
out.
best friends.
They're gonna hang out with you. Yeah.
Even the kids are like, the dogs like you better. I'm like, yeah, I know they do.
Mama's got treats.
Absolutely. They know.
Sure they do. This is Elmo's birthday.
Aww.
Elmo, I love Elmo.
I like them.
And I like the way, and he was, whenever, I like the way he teaches lessons. And like he doesn't, it's not real like forceful, but like, the one of my favorites is whenever he goes real close to the camera and he says, Elmo comes forward, Elmo goes back, and he's teaching and he's showing that like a mom or dad or grandparent, whoever leaves you, like at school, will come back.
Yep.
And that's something
Yeah. We quit watching Elmo. Well, of course, the kids are pretty much grown now, but my sweet Noah loved Elmo.
Oh.
And he got this Tickle Me Elmo.
Yes, yeah.
But it was possessed.
Oh, it would just go off.
It would randomly start talking in the middle of the night, and it would just wake you up from a dead sleep
Yeah.
and scare you to death.
Yeah. I'm
The tickle monster's coming. He was terrified of it. We all was over that Elmo. So
have to re-gift that. Well, now
it was awful.
Now with mine, I got one on sale. Well, of course we got the Tickle Me Elmo. So,
Oh, yeah.
But then later on we got another Elmo, and it was on sale. Well, I didn't realize, but it wasn't English. It was a different language. No one knows what he was saying. Well, that's why it was on sale.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm always trying to be a bargain shopper, and I did not know that it was going to be a different language completely. So. I can't even.
Did you actually give it as a gift?
Yes, I did. No. It was out there. I was out there, baby. You know what I mean? Then I tried to backpedal and say, "Oh, I planned that. I thought we could learn some new words." But no, it was horrible. Horrible. Yeah. That was gone. Let me tell you, after a little while, nobody. Yeah. This is 4 Chaplains Memorial Day.
Oh.
4 Chaplains. 4 F-O-U-R.
Okay.
Chaplains Memorial Day. Okay. Oh, give kids a smile day. I love that. It can make a world of difference, can it? A big smile. That's just something so simple.
I think that's anybody, though.
It's universal.
It is
It's
anybody.
universal. Anywhere you go. Isn't that crazy? Like, okay, just like, I don't know. Like, well, I did take Latin, but I'm not really, don't ever, if you start talking Latin with me, I'm not going to keep up with you. But, but no matter what language you speak or what you do, a smile.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Can really make a big difference.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, and it's simple. It's free, it's simple, and it's great. Okay, so give a smile a day. A kid a smile a day. Agree with that? International Golden Retriever Day.
Ooh.
Yeah.
My sister has one, Delilah. She is a fantastic dog.
We have 2 in our family. 2 of my daughters have, their families have Golden Retrievers. And it's funny because that is a breed. Okay, like, for some reason, I would never pick that breed. But they are 2 of the best dogs.
Absolutely.
I mean, these dogs are fantastic. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And they're just, and they want to lay on you. They want to be a part of you.
Absolutely.
They're just completely wonderful.
I think she is a big lap dog.
Yes.
They just live like a block from us, and we always say that our dogs are best friends.
Yeah.
They have the invisible fence.
Oh, okay.
We have a privacy fence. If her collar happens to go dead, she comes immediately down the alley to my house, and she paces from my front porch to the back gate. Okay. And she will pace until I notice her out there and let her in to come play and eat her food and
be a part.
Absolutely.
Come over
and then I'll just call my sister and say, "Hey, you missing something?" She's like, "Oh, my lands, Delilah's down there, isn't she?" She knows. She doesn't go anywhere else. She
No,
goes
no,
right
she
to my
knows.
house.
She knows. Yeah, yeah. I think that breed. I just would have. I'm so glad that I got introduced to that breed.
Yeah.
Because that was a breed that, like, nothing against them. It was just a breed I didn't know anything about.
Absolutely.
Just loyalty, and you talk about a good family dog. I think they're great family dogs, and I think they're fantastic. Yeah. So we have. Bree has one, and so does Allie and Jared, and they're just fantastic. They're just really good.
Awesome dogs.
Yeah.
Agreed.
National Carrot Cake Day.
Ooh, yeah.
I love a good carrot cake, and I like it whenever you kick it up a notch and you have like even real carrots in it.
Oh, yeah. Cream cheese icing.
You know, you're talking my love.
Yeah.
Yeah. A big old piece. Yes. With a cup of coffee. I could do it. Yeah.
I know how to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just thinking about it right now. That's really good. Yeah. Yeah. Very good. So Carrot Cake Day.
Yeah.
It's funny that carrot cake would have like its own day. You know what I mean? And I have even seen, like at the holidays, when you take like the little muffin pans and you take the carrot cake, and instead of making the cake, you make it like little muffins or whatever.
Yeah.
Like muffins and put the cream cheese and stuff. Oh.
Yeah.
Individual. Those are kind of nice sometimes for like hands, like they're easier to eat, you know, than having cutting up this cake. National, it's Cordova Ice Worm Day. Cordova Ice Worm Day.
Ooh.
And that's Cordova, 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 Cordova Ice Worm Day. I wonder if that's like a, I don't know what that means. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, let's go on National Missing Persons Day. So sad. Yeah. National Patient Recognition Day.
Patient recognition?
Yes,
Aww.
yeah. Isn't that awesome? Like, whenever, like, a doctor or a nurse or somebody just walks in and they know who you are.
Absolutely.
Like, on a first, like, how are you doing, Laura? You know what I mean? Hey, Laura. You know what I mean? Or, like, if they say something personal.
Absolutely.
Like,
How's the boys?
Yeah, how's the boys, Laura?
Yeah.
Yeah, how's wrestling, Laura? How's the dogs doing, Laura? I mean, right? Wouldn't that, I mean, doesn't that make all the world of difference? Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it's just those little things.
Exactly. You know, at Salem Crossing and Meadowview, they do a resident of the month. And kind of have their little life story and all the things they're involved in at the nursing homes. And yeah, it's super fun. They always have their picture and a little biography about them.
Oh, I love that. And you know, really, everybody's got so many cool stories.
Absolutely.
I mean, like, I love to hear, like, the cool stories and just things that, like, you know, that they've seen or that they've been a part of.
Absolutely. One little lady, she, it's super cool. She was my husband's bus driver.
Oh, this is cool.
When he was a little turd, as she called him.
Oh, that's
And, you know, now he drives the bus for Salem, and she's just like, I never thought that he would be a bus driver, but he is so good with those kids, and she just loves that.
But isn't that cool that she remembers?
Yeah.
I mean, you think about a bus driver trying to remember. I mean, like, every year you get a bunch of new kids and new kids. That's pretty impressive. I mean, he must have stood out in her mind.
Oh, I'm sure he probably was. He was probably the behavior problem.
Yeah,
No.
there must have been some reason she remembers him, right? I mean, yeah, right?
I would assume,
Yeah.
yeah.
National Wear Red Day. And you and I are both we're not in red. No. Blue. I got blue, you got gray.
Yeah.
Gray, yeah.
Whoops, we missed that one.
I know. National
Sorry.
Wear Red Day. National Wedding Ring Day. Got your wedding ring?
Ooh, I do.
Me too. I've got mine on too.
See?
Yep.
Okay, we made that day.
Yeah, we got that one.
We
Okay.
got that part.
National Women's Physicians Day. Hats off to all the women's physicians out there. Hats off. You know what I mean?
There's some fantastic ones.
I love them.
have some
I do.
fantastic ones
We
right here in
do.
Salem.
We do. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. You know what I mean? Keep going. You go, girl.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love that. Take a cruise day. Let's do it, Laura. Let's go. Road trip. Let's go.
Love it.
Let's do it. Let's
Love
do
it,
this.
love it. I want to go on an Alaskan cruise.
There, that's the one. I want to too. Yeah. My dad went on one and know the stories. Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah. I want to see the whales too. Whale watching too. Would be so much fun. And I would feel safe in a cruise ship.
Yeah.
I don't want a little John boat out there with the whales.
Yeah.
Okay, boys, you're a little close here.
Yeah. Let's get it moving.
That's right. Paddle faster. I hear banjos. I don't know. Something like that. I don't know. The day the music died. Remember I interviewed him?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. And then he texted me well, I haven't texted him lately. I'm going to text him around Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so cool. And
I remember that. Everybody was jealous. They kept texting us.
Yeah.
Are you really interviewing him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cool.
Listen.
He was so cool.
You hear it.
So down to earth. So awesome.
Yeah, he was fantastic.
Love that. And I think everybody knows that song. And it even came out in a Marvel movie, you know, in Black Widow.
Yes.
It came out, you know what I mean? And for those maybe that didn't even, you know, hadn't heard it before, I thought I'm so glad they rebooted that, you know what I mean? And so, yeah, love that. All right, so those are some of the days. Get out and enjoy. Laura, let's see here. I think we have tonight off as far as our basketball. Well, we have basketball games tomorrow.
Yes.
Exciting. And how's our wrestling doing? Our wrestling
There's several of them going to regional tomorrow.
I know, I'm so proud of them.
Yeah.
So awesome. Good luck with that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's going to be exciting. And do you know where it's held at? Where's regional at?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
It's
I
hard to
haven't.
keep up
I'm
with all the
terrible.
schools.
I haven't. I've been too busy with school, so I
Well,
haven't paid
you've got
attention this
you've got a
week.
full plate. Yeah.
Yeah.
You probably just go wherever they tell you to go.
I do. Just show up. Just show up.
Just
Fine.
tell me where I need to go. You know what I mean? Tell me what I need to be at, what I need to do, and just where to be. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It gets like that. There's a lot.
It is.
This is a very busy time of year, for sure.
Absolutely.
So, and I know they had one last night, too. I know.
Yes, the middle school.
Middle schools, I know.
Was it Southwestern and maybe Charles?
I know Autumn sent a photo of her.
Oh, Lance.
She was very much involved.
Oh, Lance.
And she had her black and gold on, so she was all prepared for yesterday.
That's awesome.
She was ready to go. I love that. I love that. Of course, we love when parents and everybody gets involved. And it's really grown. I mean, it's a great program.
Absolutely, it has.
It's a great program. It's talk about being disciplined. I mean, there's a lot of great things with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the basketball, we want to include and keep encouraging them. Of course, right now we're going through colds, flus, and all of that still.
Everything in between.
Yes, it's like we go. I guess we have a lot of it, and then it kind of goes down and go back up. It kind of goes. It's like a roller coaster.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so.
But think how many germs is on the ball.
Well, and you think about and look at this weather. I mean, it's like you know what I mean. Did you see? I put up. It was okay. Had the groundhog. And they said no, not you, Indiana, because your weather changes all the time.
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah,
We
and
might
it's
get every
true.
season in a day.
I know. It's true. It's true. But I am looking forward to some warmer temperatures next week.
Sunshine and 50s.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm so ready.
We'll be singing in the street.
Monday we
want to
just need
dance in the
do it
street.
from the street.
That's right. We're going to do a dance party in the street. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. In flip flops.
Absolutely.
Look
I'll
at
do
you.
it.
I know Autumn's got all of you here too in her flip flops.
I'll do it.
I gotta. Yeah.
Well, I haven't painted my toes.
I was gonna say I'm gonna have to paint my
so
toenails. I'm gonna have to get my toenails.
It's fine though.
I've got some on there, but I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix them up a little bit more.
It'll be fine.
I gotta doll it up a little bit if I'm gonna bring them out.
It'll be fine. They can go and test.
I don't think
It'll
people
only
care.
be for a day or two.
Yes, I was gonna say I don't think people are gonna care. Yeah, yeah. Everybody's gonna be so excited about.
Probably they aren't going to pay attention to our toes.
Toes. No.
No.
All right, happy day. It is a Friday, fantastic Friday, maybe just a little freaky Friday, the 3rd day of February. February. Yeah. And we're getting closer and closer to Valentine's Day, so just a reminder, your spouse has called and wanted Laura and I to remind you that you need to get on the ball.
Flowers, chocolates, and diamonds.
Ooh, look at you.
Best friends.
Yeah. Did you hear $193 is what the average person spends? I'm under budget. No way.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But they do have, and I've been announcing this. They have the ice cream sandwiches in the heart shape over there at Walmart. They're really cute. They're red. They're really pretty, and they're ice cream sandwiches, and they're heart shaped. And then they have the chicken nuggets that are heart shaped. Okay, then Papa John's.
I was going to say, don't they have a heart-shaped pizza? Yes.
So, I mean, really, okay, and the thing about food is practical.
So are they going to do the football for Super Bowl on Sunday?
I don't know that they've done that. I don't know about that. I don't remember them doing that. I don't think I've ever remembered them doing a football. Yeah.
For some reason, I thought they did a football.
I don't think I don't
maybe
think
not.
I don't think so, but maybe they could do the heart. I guess.
I always get the pumpkin for
Well,
Halloween.
The reason I like the heart shape is it's a thinner crust.
Yes, it is.
And it's kind of
Established in 1994 and continuing to offer the perfect balance of inspiring hope, unwavering truth, and a touch of goofiness. The Rick and Bubba Show.
6 minutes past the hour of the Rick and Bubba Show. Thank you for being here today. Much to do as we unpack the rest of the show today. Speedy, the real Greg Burgess, Helmsy here, Eddie Van Adler out, Blazing Silverman filling in for him for the YouTube experience. And we thank you for being here. Welcome back, Bill Bubba Bussy.
Rick, glad to be here, and thank all of you for letting us do what we do. We have the Elite Eight.
There they are. The Elite
ready
Eight,
to go.
The Great Eight. They come from all over. And we thank y'all for being here in the Golden Ticket seats today. Prepare. It's one thing to, as we said many times, to dine on sausage. It's another thing to have a seat to watch y'all's make. Yeah. You'll leave here thinking to yourself, oh my goodness, this thing is really held together by thread. I really thought this thing was more professionally produced.
Yeah.
I did not know they were just hanging out. So you would think they would take a little more responsibility. But I think he's riding on this. For some reason, Gary the Bulldozer's shaking him.
Oh,
So he's Gary Wayne. It's the end of time, and the Mississippi River, she'll roll and dry. Everybody's favorite bulldozer man, the Spurmaster himself. The interest is up and the stock market's down, and you're gonna get mung if you go downtown. And he's ready for anything, Bubba, because the Garys of the world can survive. I was back in the woods. Somebody say, a woman and a kid and a dog and me. Boy, he loves dogs. Gary, he loves dogs too much, by the way. Yeah. Gary, welcome to the show, buddy. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I just come by to, they're down here to South House. I come by to see what was towed up on the car.
There's nothing torn up today. Everything. I mean, I think we got everything fine. We had a little incident, as you know, on Tuesday, but we got that resolved.
Yeah. But I got, I don't know. You know, I got to think, 21 years I've been missing. Yeah.
21 years. Wow. So Bubba, before me, and then I know I've been dealing with you for, 15 years.
Good, great.
Yeah.
I think I was first, but you're longer.
Yeah, right. Wow.
Yeah. I don't know. It's, before I forget it, Liam Motors and Houndstooth coming up there, I think, week after next, before we go to Nashville. We're going to give away a turkey calls and deer calls, what everybody wants.
Hey, well, Gary, I want to bring that up because I was hanging out, down there at Bones Barbecue, and of course it's all over the Hickory Chip as well. But there's some feelings in there, and Bubba, you've been through this with Gary, that some of the locals think Gary, with this new deal, now he's got this stall and he's got an outdoor online store that's taking it on, that he's kind of forgetting where he comes from. I mean, that's what I heard.
Well, I want to thank him for this high energy segment.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. I ain't got nothing to say about that, but you like, this was.
That was as predicted. Well,
right. Yeah,
Mark,
I don't think Gary's ever had good stuff. Gary, I told you not to move. Yeah, have you been moving? You've been moving.
I think he could be sitting under the towel.
Yeah, and it'd break up. Yeah, it's one of these things.
Him and James Spann passed.
Yeah, James had the same problem yesterday. I think we're getting to the point that interviewing somebody on a cell phone, it just doesn't work. Because, I mean, people love you, they love James, but they would like to hear, I think, the entire conversation. And I think that, and you, Gary, your essence of speaking into a microphone and being clearly heard, I just feel like the people, their hearts are breaking every time your phone breaks up. It's almost like they both break right at the same time.
But Lord heard something.
Good.
Okay, good to hear from you,
All right,
Gary.
Gary, we tried. So that's
I've heard better calls Dixie cups and a string.
Yeah. I was looking forward to that conversation. But the good news
He
is,
never got to what he was going to say.
yeah, I didn't even close. Is that Gary is actually coming up here, right?
In a couple of weeks.
With Moultrie.
Yeah.
And
No, I got that.
he'll talk into a microphone, and if it's not popping too much, we'll hear him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it feels like the popping has gotten a little better. So
Yeah,
that's good.
today
Yeah, so I think we're in the right direction.
Good.
Do I even try that?
I hadn't had to take
Are you
a shot.
calling
I don't
back?
know when.
Yeah, he's trying to call back.
Tell him to take us off speaker and just talk
Yeah,
into the
now
phone.
that's step. Gary, if you're gonna call back, you got to get us off speaker and you got to speak into the phone. I'm sorry. I mean, I know you can't help it, but we're hearing about every third word. Yeah. All right, now we're
Can you
here.
hear me now?
Yeah.
try it again.
Let's try it again.
I don't know what I say.
Good to hear from you. You say you're crystal clear. I'll tell you that. Yeah.
Well, I had to get out of the truck, you know. And yeah,
You bet you forgot what we were talking about.
yeah, you talking about you know, trying to hear somebody and talk to somebody, and you talking to one of them foreigners, you know. I had to call and cancel my internet service 2 weeks ago. You know, I talked to Greg about it, but you know, that's one of them things you went through it when you was trying to cancel that phone line that time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But I finally called old Leon Lewis. I got one of them Starlinks.
Leon Musk. It's not Leon Musk. It's Elon. Elon Musk.
Elon.
It's not.
Spell his name.
Yeah, it's not Leon, and it's not Musk.
Well, that's what I call it.
Yeah.
Could have got Starlink.
Yeah, Elon. There you go.
So you got a Starlink system?
Yeah, that thing, I hooked it up myself.
Did you really? And how's it working, Rick?
It works good. That other piece of junk I had, I don't know, somebody fixed to get in trouble for that thing.
Really? Trouble? Yeah. Well, he said he called Leon Musk. Yeah. Instead of Elon Musk. Yeah. And the right. Oh,
You ever seen a car speeding and they slam on the emergency brake?
Yeah. Have you ever thought that Gary would be the first person to have Starlink in our group?
No, Rick, I really
I mean, did anybody? I thought that'd be you.
You know, Rick, that's a good point.
Right. Yeah. So, and it's working good, right, Gary?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's working pretty good, I guess.
What kind of speeds are you getting on it, Gary?
Well, I done a speed check on it, and I was getting like 54 of them MBS, whatever you call them.
Right. Well, that's not too bad. That's not too bad.
I'll tell you, the one I've got now at Camp House, it zips. It's doing real good.
Yeah. Well, see, I can get that at the river down there. We don't have any hard wiring down there.
Oh, I see. Well, you got everything in order down there?
Yeah, I guess. Anything you want me to do for y'all bring y'all a bunch down you?
Well, you know, I don't want you messing with feeders because I want you to dump another one out in the middle of the field.
Have an accident.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Well, I still ain't found that pair of glasses.
I dropped them into the sea. So are your glasses in
It'll
the
turn up next time you plow our bush hog.
That's right.
No, I guess they inside that feeder because I crawled around on the ground over there looking for them. I couldn't find them. I don't know where they at.
Gosh, I looked at the game camera. I was so hoping I had a picture.
Which I did. I buy mine from CVS or Dollar General. You know, I just didn't treat that reading glasses.
Yeah. You ain't out too much, man. You'll
No, it's about $7.
Except for the feeder being jammed up, the door not going to.
Yeah.
But other than that.
Yeah.
And I will say that I got a strange picture of a deer that appears to be wearing glasses.
I wouldn't know. Yeah.
Now, I think we're good. I don't think we need anything at all. I think we're all good.
Well, do you want me to come over here and hang out with y'all or not?
Well, yeah, you're always welcome. Always.
Well, I didn't know whether you wanted an outsider in there or not.
You're not an outsider. You're always welcome. I mean,
What?
Oh, you're welcome. I notice you worry about that only in every time of year except at turkey season. Then it doesn't seem to bother you.
Well, hey, Rick texted me last week when you were down here hunting. He said, I asked him, I said, you seen anything? He said, I seen a bunch of turkeys. I said, in fact, I said, yeah, it's hard to kill a deer on a turkey farm.
No, Gary, come on by and say hi. We'd love to see you, buddy. That's right. Appreciate you.
All right, but bring me some in Stronies or what y'all talking about.
Scones. Yeah. I'll see if I can. They ain't good as in pies. No, they ain't good. Yeah, I mean, the pies.
No pies today.
How about a little peanut brittle? Yeah, really.
As long as you're coming by, throw some in.
Yeah, I mean, come on, Gary. You know, it's common Southern hospitality. Bring a little something to if you're coming to somebody's house. Folks are visiting. Darlene.
Well, I'll let you know your pond's full.
Okay, thank you, Gary. I bet it is. It ought to be.
Rick and Bubba.
Are you prepared for the unexpected? Now, it's only a matter of time before your out-of-warranty vehicles in the shop costing thousands. You can be prepared like us with CarShield. CarShield offers protection plans to fit every budget and includes 24/7 roadside assistance, courtesy towing, and rental car eligibility. Call CarShield now to save 20% on your plan, and you'll always be prepared for the unexpected. 1-800-465-6550 or go to carshield.com/bump. The stock market dropped 24% last year, so why are some people smiling? Because they own gold. And that makes now an opportunistic time to invest in gold. In fact, one CNBC expert predicts gold could go up 100%, hitting $4,000 an ounce this year. Get your free wealth protection investor guide from Lear Capital and receive up to $15,000 in free bonus gold based on the value of your purchase. Visit LearBubba.com. That's LearBubba.com or call 1-800-664-3066.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month. And that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
They say they'll get your biggest tax refund. Jackson Hewitt says your biggest tax refund guaranteed. And a chance to double your tax refund. Thousands in weekly prizes during the Double Your Refund sweepstakes. Your biggest refund times 2. Twice the money, so forget about them. File your taxes on the double at Jackson Hewitt today. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to U.S. residents 18 or older who file a 2022 federal tax return. Promotion ends 4/2/23. Visit jacksonhewitt.com for rules.
How long does it take to tackle a home project? With Angie, you could cross it off your list before this ad is over. Just tell us what you need. Indoor or outdoor, repair or redesign. And we handle the rest. Sending a top pro to get it done. You don't have to lift a finger, except to tap the screen or click the mouse. Plus, Angie is free to use. So bring us your next home project, and we'll bring it home. Download the app or go to Angie.com. That's ANGI.com to get started.
At Boot Barn, we take work boots seriously. Work boots need to be durable, comfortable, and long-lasting. Thorogood has been constructing tough-wearing boots since 1892. Made for the rugged workday, Thorogood boots include certified comfort and safety features to support the toughest of workers on any job site. For job-fitted boots with over 130 years of industry-leading expertise. Thorogood at Boot Barn.
Did you know that carbon monoxide is odorless and invisible? And the only way to detect it is by installing carbon monoxide or CO alarms. First Alert is reminding you to install CO alarms on every level and in every bedroom of your home. Also, remember, alarms don't last forever and need to be replaced at least every 5 to 10 years, depending on your alarm. Protect your home and family with safety you can trust by visiting firstalert.com and Lowe's stores for your carbon monoxide alarms.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel vPro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
Are you prepared for the unexpected? Now, it's only a matter of time before you're out of warranty vehicles in the shop, costing thousands. You can be prepared like us with CarShield. CarShield offers protection plans to fit every budget and includes 24/7 roadside assistance, courtesy towing, and rental car eligibility. Call CarShield now to save 20% on your plan, and you'll always be prepared for the unexpected. 1-800-465-6550 or go to carshield.com/Bubba. We're back 22 minutes past the hour of the Rick and Bubba Show. So, Bubba, on the scone from email, a couple of items, said the best way to describe it is if a biscuit and a muffin had a love child. And then the other is they said they originated from Scotland. So FYI. So a lot of history of scones coming in right now.
I'd rather just, stay biscuit kolache.
Yeah.
I like that zone.
That's a difference. A better zone. Where are you on a muffin?
Nah, I'm not a
You're American. Here we go. So let's begin. This was everywhere yesterday. I must warn everyone, Speedy, it is cringeworthy. AOC, I mean, the left, they just cannot understand. They cannot understand why Omar and is it Stallwell? What's that name? How you say his last name? The guy that was with Fang Fang? Swalwell. They just can't believe that the Foreign Affairs Committee, that these two have been removed. They can't understand why Kevin McCarthy would remove them.
Well, Swalwell's off the Intel Committee, and she's off the Foreign Relations.
Yeah. And they just can't believe why they would be removed from these after the way they behaved.
They're lining up to cry.
So here comes AOC on some bizarro rants. It's almost, let me warn you on the cringe, I think she's trying to do an impression of like a Jesse Jackson or something. And,
I think she's just wound up.
Yeah,
going nuts.
Or she's just kind of nuts. But it looks very tent revival-like, but it's all over the road.
And can I say something? When they're speaking, they're going to be looking over to the right a lot, and that's where all the GOP are, because McCarthy couldn't just remove her from the Foreign Affairs. She had to be voted out, and that vote was yesterday, and so she was voted out on party line pretty much. And so that's what they're upset about.
Yeah. So we basically have a person who's been anti-Semitic, and she can't believe that she can't be on the Foreign Affairs Committee. And then, of course, the Intel Committee with the other cat, he's caught with a Chinese spy. He can't understand why we don't want him on the Intel Committee.
Fang.
Yeah, so anyway, here we go. Here comes...
Maybe that's her balloon that got loose.
Here comes Cortez, Casio Kid, Cortez. Here she comes. AOC.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that
yeah, it was good. All right, he's just got a little bit of music flowing in there. We're okay.
He's feeling
I kind of like the music behind it. I thought she was going to talk to the beat.
Let's try it again.
I thought it was a bit. Yeah.
There it is.
don't tell me that this is about a condemnation of anti-Semitic remarks when you have a member of the Republican caucus who have talked about Jewish space lasers and an entire amount of Trump, and also elevated her to some of the highest committee assignments in this body. This is about targeting women of color in the United States of America. Don't tell me, because I didn't get a single apology. My life was corrected. Thank you. Don't tell me
what is that move at the end?
She slaps her notebook.
Remarks when you...
She slaps her notebook.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that head sway. Y'all see that?
Oh, yeah. I don't know why nobody. I dip, you dip. Wow. I don't even have a comment on that. Yeah, whatever. I think we can all just watch that and land right there.
Well, look, here's the bottom line. And if I can quote President Obama, elections have consequences.
Right.
And you're not in charge now, we are. And look, this game of voting people off committees was started with the last Congress. So you knew when you did that it was going to come back around. And so there you go.
But you're right.
Just like these endless investigations that are baseless. Guess what you're going to get now? You're going to get investigations. Some of them will probably be baseless. You're going to get them anyway.
You are correct, but there also is some common sense. She doesn't know why. she wouldn't be.
Oh, of course they know why.
And
they're going to blame something.
women of color. And Fang Fang's boyfriend, he has no idea why somebody wants to take him off the intel.
Yeah.
He can't figure that out. So it's politics. Yeah, no, maybe some people came in and said you really shouldn't do that. But to Bubba's point, I mean, as I was taught by Malcolm Street Sr., be careful offending the alligator before you get across the lake. So here,
well, let's go back and hear Congressman Omar's statement on this. This is 3A. Okay. Or is you going to?
Yeah, we're going to Rashida Tlaib and then to Omar. So here's another one freaking out. Here's Rashida Tlaib. Yes, she will. We've heard that before.
She gets that crying, screaming. You know how you sometimes get to it.
You are showing who you all are, really.
The gentlewoman's time has expired.
Will not be silent.
The gentlewoman's time has expired.
Omar, I am so sorry
has expired.
that our country is failing you today. Through this chamber, you belong.
The gentlewoman is no longer recognized, and the gentleman from Mississippi is recognized.
You don't follow the rules.
No, you don't. Well, again, I know some of you are critical of me saying the left, that their entire worldview is through emotions. All right, so now let's go to the one Bubba was mentioning. So here is Omar finally getting her son. So here we go. She's just going to get louder and prouder. Right? Yeah. Of course, not on that committee. No.
I didn't come to Congress to be silent. I came to Congress to be their voice. And my leadership and voice will not be diminished if I am not on this committee for one term. My voice will get louder and stronger, and my leadership will be celebrated around the world as it has been. So take your votes or not. I am here to stay, and I am here to be a voice against harms around the world and advocate for a better world. I yield back.
Sorry, not the way it works.
No.
I hate it for you.
I'm going to advocate that everyone be under Sharia law, and I will continue. It goes back. It's no more complicated than what Bubba just said. I'm sorry. When new leadership takes over, they can remove you from committees. You did some things that gave them ground to remove you from a committee, and you just hoped they would never get the authority to do it, and they did.
But let's hear Kevin McCarthy, in his own words again, explain why this is true.
We'll have to come back.
Because we're up against the break.
Because we're up against that old hard break here at the bottom, because it was like, this is 50 seconds. So, and we don't have 50 seconds. All right, so we'll come back, and we'll hear from Kevin McCarthy. Is this that same thing that was so clear that he did before, that shut up use?
Yeah,
how does anybody not? He did explain why he did it, and he explained it clearly. You don't have to.
I just think it'd be good to hear it again after we've heard that.
But you don't have to be a Republican to hear this answer. You're going to hear it again and go, well, I don't like this guy, and I don't like Republicans, but he's explaining why he did it, and his explanation is valid from the behavior of these two people. I mean, it doesn't matter if they have a D or an R by their name. Right. But she's going to be louder and prouder. Did you notice that for some reason when she got her